So there were 4 domains that the committee asked us to look at in terms of the education of black students in Santa Clara County. And they were, what is the community's definition of a good education, a quality education?
I'm Leon Beachman, and I am representing the Santa Clara County Alliance of Black Educators. I'm serving as the president right now, and so we are involved with supporting African American students here in the county. We're going to hear from the researchers who've been taking a look at some of the issues affecting African American students here in the county. The idea is that they will give us some concrete information that we can use to come up with some programs, some policies, etc., that we can go into the districts and institute.
And ladies and gentlemen, these are the people who worked for 21 months on this research study, volunteering because of their love for our kids, or I should say our youth. So we have Tony Alexander, Sharon Allgore.
As somebody in the development world, I think it's really important for us to understand that space. Certainly there are system-wide practices that you can put into place in terms of training trainers and educating educators, educating parents, educating anybody who impacts that child. So you can do a lot of that. So yeah, there's something to be said about training people who are going to impact our kids, but at the end of the day, they need to see it modeled somewhere. So in the educational system, there are serious policies that need to be created to support our students.
Now our world-renowned researchers will make their presentation. We have Dr. Linda Tillman and Dr. Joyce King.
We're going to demonstrate for you one of the strategies that we hope the committee will continue to utilize to basically democratize this process of making change.
So there were 4 domains that the committee asked us to look at in terms of the education of black students in Santa Clara County. And they were, what is the community's definition of a good education, a quality education? What are some policies that hinder the education of African ancestry students? Racism and discrimination and barriers, so what kinds of barriers they are. Under the category of what defines a quality education for black people, so there wasn't any one thing because we're not monolithic. So there were lots of definitions about what should students be having in schools, how should they be learning, what kinds of curricula. But one thing that stood out in that category was that there ought to be an African-centered school, either within the district or on Saturdays or after school.
So my thing about this theoretical dominance is we should be telling our own story. We should be telling what it is we think, what it is we believe, what it is we think should be done, how it is we think we should done.
The problems that we are experiencing in education are not new problems. We have models of excellence to build on. The problem is that we haven't been educated about those models of excellence. In this area, it's very interesting that there are more children of quote-unquote mixed heritage than African American children. We also have African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants. So what will be the possibility for this diversity to be a strength rather than division? The people who live here, the people who are affected by what is happening, need to be able to come together, be informed not only about what's happening today, but about the history, the traditions that we stand on, And that's the way we designed this research project in partnership with the Black Leadership Kitchen Cabinet.
That they may not have been introduced to. It's a method that's being used all over the world, and it's certainly important for educated teachers as well. There's a way to connect youth research with teacher education.
If they don't see themselves in the curriculum, if they're not taught about their heritage in the curriculum, if they are made to feel that they are less than in the curriculum, and they're not important, our accomplishments are not worth talking about.
What about our humanity? What about our role in society? What about our historic role as people of African ancestry transforming this society, not just jumping into it as it is? And that's not a new issue.
We will ask you to sign up, and the instructions are there, but basically, we just want the name of your organization, contact person, and phone number. And if you write clearly your email, because we may not have it. On this side, it's for individuals. So we'd like to know which organization will be the first one to come up and sign a commitment for 1 year or maybe 2 to work on the solution.